Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Frella. We're going to talk about the home run derby last week's All Star game. We'll talk about the Guardians, talk about the trade deadline for Major League Baseball with the Guardians as well, looking to make some massive moves, trade moves, excuse me, and we'll talk about Brown's training camp as well. We'll get to all that, but first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. And it's a Major League Baseball trivia question. Which member, and it's a Cleveland Indians trivia question before they were called the Guardians. Which member of the Cleveland Indians led Major League Baseball with 165 RBIs in 1999? I will have the answer later in the podcast. Uh, and right now, we are going to talk about the home run derby from last week, last Monday. Since I didn't get a chance, it just took me a while to write because I was back from my vacation on the 11th of July, so it took a while to. Uh, this year's home run derby uh, field was not only a star-studded but event, but also featured an intriguing mix of young superstars and veteran sluggers who were playing under new rules after a night full of dingers soaring through the Texas sky. And it was an unlikely champion in Dodgers slugger Teoscar Hernandez who took the Derby crown by defeating young Royal star Bobby Witt Jr. in a thrilling final round. He became the first Dodger to win the title, and it was his first time competing in the Derby. Now I'm gonna break down all the Derby and all the rounds. Round one, semifinals and the finals. We'll start with round one. Alex Boehm advanced to the semifinals. Boehm got into a groove after a slow start, consistently finding uh, fans in left center field toward the end of his round. The Phillies' third baseman homered 10 times on the final 12 pitches before bonus time, including a string of five straight pitches. Boehm picked things up significantly after the first minute. He homered just once on his first seven pitches before starting to find his power swing. Boehm finished regulation with 20 runs and added another homer in bonus time to finish with 21. His longest home run was 445 feet. His hardest home run was 105 miles. Average home run distance was 407 feet, and average home run exit velo was 100.7 miles per hour. Bobby Witt Jr. advanced to the semifinals, and he had a total of 20 home runs and selected to his first All Star game, appearing in the Derby uh, for his first. I think it was first or second time for him. With which struggled to get things going, but went on a serious run to finish after homering just five times before his timeout. The Texas native had 11 home runs in the rest of regulation, including six of his final nine swings to finish with 16 in regulation. Uh, Regulation homers, excuse me. Witt added four more in bonus time to finish with 20. His longest home run was 442 feet. His hardest home run was 111 miles per hour. Average home run distance, 409 feet. Average home run exit velo, 105.0 miles per hour. And uh, Adolis was eliminated. I think it was Adria Adolis. I can't remember his first name, but I know it's Adolis. His home run total was 18, just like uh, Garcia Adolis was eliminated. And just like he did in the 2023 All-Star game, Garcia got his got hot seemingly in an instant. A few swings after his timeout, midway through his round, uh, uh, Albambe powered up with 9 home runs. It was Albambe Adolis, and an 11 pitch span. The hot stretch uh, helped Garcia reach 18 regulation homers, but he didn't hit one on any of his 3 swings in bonus time. And so that's why I eliminated him. Longest home run, 435 feet. His hardest home run, 106 miles per hour. Average home run distance, 403 feet. Average home run exit velo, 100.7 miles per hour. Teoscar Hernandez advanced to the semifinals. He had a total of 19 home runs. Appearing in his second career All-Star game and first Derby, Hernandez started hot by homering on 4 of the first 5 swings he took within the first 30 seconds. After slowing down in the rest of regulation, he went on a serious tear with 6 home runs in the bonus round to finish with 19 total. Hernandez crushed 6 home runs that traveled 440 plus feet, including 466 foot clout. His longest hit, 466 feet. Hardest home run, 111 miles per hour. Average home run distance, 430 feet. Average home run exit velo, 105.1 miles per hour. Pete Alonso was also eliminated as well. He had only 12 home runs. Alonso, the 2019 and 2021 Derby champion, bidding for his third title, did not hit enough home runs to finish in the top 4 to advance to the next round. It was tough for the polar bear throughout his round. He hit 5 homers before taking his timeout with 137 remaining, and hit 4 more in the rest of regulation. Alonso added 3 homers during bonus time, but it wasn't enough to move on. The longest home run, 446 feet. Hardest home run, 109 miles per hour. After his average home run distance, 417 feet. Average home run exit velo, 105.5 miles. Cleveland Guardians third baseman Jose Ramirez took part in the Derby, and he advanced to the semifinals. He had a total of 21 home runs in the first round after hitting 17 first-round home runs at the 2022 Derby at Dodger Stadium. Ramirez's decision to hit left-handed this year paid off with 21 first-round homers. Ramirez remained remarkably consistent with a few prolonged homerless stretches while hitting homers between 380 to 420 feet. Ramirez homered 10 times before his timeout and went deep 6 times in the bonus round. Ramirez's longest home run was 419 feet. Hardest home run, 107 miles, 0.0 miles per hour, excuse me. Average home run distance, 398 feet. Average home run exit velo, 101.2 miles. Oh, excuse me. And Marcel Alzuma was eliminated. He had a total of 16 runs. Ozuna picked things up after taking a timeout with just four homers under his belt with 140 remaining, homering 6 of 8 pitches at 1 point to pick up his pace significantly. He outpaced all of the previous first round hitters in terms of distance, topping out with the 473-foot blast and averaging 426 feet on homers. Azuma crushed 14 homers in regulation and added 2 more in bonus time, but it was not enough to advance to the semifinals. His longest home run was 473 feet. Hardest home run, 110 miles per hour. Average home run distance, 426 feet. And average home run exit velo, 105.1 miles per hour. And finally, in rounding out round one, was Gunnar Henderson. He had a total of 11 home runs, entering the All-Star break with the third most home runs, 28 in the majors, and the most among Derby participants. Henderson struggled outside of a stretch during which he homered on 4 straight swings in regulation, while the 23-year-old rides superstar, Orioles superstar, Orioles superstar, quite have power in his custom Scooby-Doo themed, but Monday there are ample chances for Henderson to redeem himself in a future contest, and unfortunately was not able to do it this time. Longest home run was 438 feet. His hardest home run was 106 miles per hour. Average home run distance, 414 feet. And average exit velo was 414 feet, 103 miles, 103.5 miles per hour. We'll get to the semifinals in just a second. Right now, it's time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Which member of the Cleveland Indians led Major League Baseball with 165 ribbies in 1999? And if you said Manny Ramirez, you are correct. Manny Ramirez is the correct answer because he led Major League Baseball with 165 ribbies in 1999. This means he had the highest number of runs batted in among all players in the league that year. Now, I have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. Now we're going to talk about the semifinals of the Home Run Derby. It's kicked off with number 4. Teoscar Hernandez eliminated number 1, Alex Bowman, via a swing off. And Hernandez with the swing off, Hernandez, number 2 homers he had, and Boehm had 1 homer. Hernandez got the better of Bowman in the first swing off of the 2024 Derby, as both competitors hit 14 home runs in their semifinal rounds. Hernandez homered on the last 2 of his 3 swings of the last 2 swings, ending things with his longest homer of the round, 456 feet. Boehm homered on his second swing, but couldn't clear the fence on his final attempt, eliminating him and sending Hernandez to the finals. Boehm had his total was 14 home runs. Boehm crushed 21 home runs in the first round and another 14 in the semifinals, tying him with Hernandez and leading to a swing off, entering the Derby with Fewest homers, 111 of any contestant. Boehm's performance was one of the most surprising developments. His longest home run was 431 feet. Hardest home run, 103 miles per hour. Average home run distance, 402 feet. And average home run exit velo, 98.0 miles per hour. And Hernandez had a total of 14 home runs, as I mentioned. After hitting 19 homers in the first round, Hernandez went deep Hernandez went deep 14 times in the semifinals. 10 of those came in the second half of regulation. Hernandez got red hot after his timeout midway through plugging 7 homers in a 9-minute pitch span. The Dodgers slugger found the most success to left center field, although several of his homers went out and to straightaway left. Hernandez added 1 bonus time homer. Longest home run, 454 feet. Hardest home run, 109 miles per hour. And average home run distance, 423 feet. Average home run exit velo, 105.5 miles an hour. Now, number 3, Bobby Witt, eliminated, unfortunately, number 2, Cleveland Guardians third baseman Jose Ramirez. Witt HR total 17. Witt closed out regulation on a hot streak, homering 7 times on the final 10 pitches he saw. The third seed in the semifinals got in a groove after taking his timeout with 1:40 to go, hitting 11 homers after that point, before the end of regulation. Witt couldn't add on in bonus time, though making outs on all 3 swings to end his semifinal round at 17 homers. Longest hit, 454 feet. Hardest hit, 108 miles per hour. Average home run distance of 407 feet. Average home run exit velo, 102.6 miles per hour. Jose Ramirez had a total of 12, and that was not enough to get him to the semifinals, to get him to the finals. Ramirez struggled to follow up on his excellent first round that featured 21 home runs. He just had 11 in regulation in the semifinals, compared to 15 in the first round and 1 in bonus time after crushing six bonus home runs in the previous round after having just 1 stretch of 4 straight homerless swings in the first round. Ramirez had a 7-swing stretch with no home runs and another 6-swing drought in the semis. Longest home run, 407 feet. Hardest home run, 103 miles per hour. Average home run distance, 385 feet. Average home run exit velo, 97.6 miles per hour. Now we go to the finals. As you know, as I mentioned, Teoscar Hernandez defeated, which was number 4, defeated number 3, Bobby Witt Jr. to take the title. And Hernandez had a total of 14. Hernandez timeout and chat with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. proved to be crucial in his finals performance, with the slugger hitting 5 homers in 6 swings at one point, not long after the pause on Hernandez, averaging 430 feet on his home runs, including 2 449-foot blasts during bonus time. His longest homer toward the end of regulation traveled 454 feet. Now, so I just said that longest homer 454 feet. hardest home run hit 111 miles per hour. Average home run distance 430 feet, and average home run exit velo 106.5 miles an hour. Now, Bobby Witt Jr. had 13, which was not enough. After hitting a combined 37 home runs between the first round and semifinals, Witt capped his night by hitting 13 in the finals, but finishing just one short of Hernandez. On his final swing in bonus time, Witt had a ball 406 feet to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark in center field that hit the middle of the wall, and had it gone over, Witt and Hernandez would have had a swing off to determine the Derby champion. Longest HR home run was 457 feet. Longest hardest hit home run, 110 miles per hour. The average home run distance 409 feet. Average home run exit velo 102.7 miles per hour. Teoscar Hernandez, the home run derby champion. The American League rallied and they beat the National League 5-3 in last Tuesday's 2024 Major League Baseball All-Star Game at Globe Life Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Jose Ramirez, David Fry, and Andres Gimenez and Emmanuel Clase, those were the guys in it. And Emmanuel Clase came in and got the ninth, and on the ninth, they got the save for the American League as they did win. Now for a little bit, we're going to talk Guardians right now. They won last night, and they won today, as a matter of fact, 2-1 to take a 2-1 lead in the series against Detroit. They'll try to take 3 out of 4 tomorrow. Detroit had a 1-0 lead, but it did not last. And it did not last, that 1-0 lead. And just really, they really had a it was a nail biting game today. As I said, they went to win. The Guardians took down the Tigers thanks to an efficient start from Tanner Beebe and Bo Naylor's offense. The Guardians offense didn't make it easy on themselves, but they came away with the win against the Detroit Tigers on Wednesday night, 2-1. Here are 3 observations and some takeaways. Tanner Beebe's early exit. Tanner Beebe was phenomenal in his start against the Tigers. He threw 5 innings and gave up 2 hits on 1 earned run and threw 61% of his pitches for strikes. It certainly looked like a game in which he could pitch deep into the 7th or further. This is the type of efficient start that the Guardians desperately needed from their starting rotation. However, it didn't come with its own drama. Beebe scared everyone at Progressive Field, and Guardians fans were, when he limped off the mound prior to the 6th inning and left the game early. Thankfully, the team confirmed that it was just cramping, that and nothing more serious than that. Now, it was a big night for Bo Naylor. Bo Naylor supplied the spark for the offense tonight. Cleveland's catcher recorded a single and advanced to second base on a passed ball in the 5th inning. He then came around to score the tying run thanks to a Steve McQuan base hit. Then in the bottom of the 8th, Bone worked off a leadoff walk and stole second to put himself in a scoring position. Then Detroit smartly walked Jose Ramirez, bringing Josh to the plate, Josh Naylor. The older Naylor brother came up clutch with a base hit, which scored Bo the winning run. Bo Naylor scored the winning run, and Cleveland's bullpen comes up big again. The Guardians bullpen looked like they'd gotten off night as BB's ran off night as BB quickly uh, rode through Detroit's lineup. However, once he left the game with cramping, they had to quickly get themselves ready, even on short notice. This reliever core came up huge. Scott Barlow had virtually no time to warm up, uh, and he came into the game as relief for BB. He threw 1.1 perfect innings. Then it was Hunter Gaddis, and then Tim Hunter's turn. Neither of them gave up a base runner, and they're combined in their combined 1.2 innings of work. And lastly, Manuel Clase came into the game and did what he does best. His best, nothing yet of another save. He got another save. So it was a big win for the Guardians today, and they will play the the fourth game. They will conclude the series tomorrow at 1:10 against the Tigers. First pitch at 1:10 on Bally Sports, Ohio. Now, I have one more bit of Guardians news, and the Guardians fans are going to love the massive trade deadline update. Cleveland Guardians could end up being a very active between now and the MLB trade deadline, and the MLB trade deadline is just a week away, and it's becoming more and more clear that the Cleveland Guardians need to make some moves, and I agree with that. They need to make some moves pitching wise. The All-Star break certainly didn't didn't sow the sliding Guardians any favors as they lost 2 out of 3 to the San Diego Padres. I was at Game 2 this past Saturday when they got blanked 7-zip. 7-zip when it was Bo Naylor jersey night, which I'm wearing right now. And in their first series out of hiatus, and then dropped the opener of a 4-game set against the Detroit Tigers on Monday. Cleveland has scored a grand total of 3 runs in 3 straight losses, further highlighting the club's need for more bats in addition to its dire need for starting pitching. But not severe. Zach Meisel of The Athletic is predicting the Guardians to make multiple trades between now and July 30th. Meisel adds that the conversations are fluid and that the front office is well aware that the team needs some upgrades. Cleveland could aim to make moves in every area. That even includes inquiring bullpen help, as the Guardians' bullpen has been taxed due to their starting pitchers being unable to consistently go deep into games. Now, Cleveland's once massive lead in the AL Central has shrunk to just 4 games. Hopefully, we can get that. We can put some a cushion on that. We can put a little bit of a cushion on that. The Guardians have gone 8-14 over the last 22 games since their scintillating 36-17 start that have gone pedestrian 23-23. So really, Cleveland has been playing 500 ball for a month and a half now. That doesn't exactly bode well for the World Series chances, for its World Series chances. That being said, the Guardians are still just 1 game behind the Baltimore Orioles for the American League's best record. So, in a couple of tweaks here and there, could end up making a colossal difference for Cleveland moving forward. Of course, that will require the front office to get aggressive and make some big moves, something Cleveland is not accustomed to doing. So we will see what moves they make before the trade deadline on July 30th. The Browns are in West Virginia to kick off training camp, and Amari Cooper did show up for the first day. they restructured his contract. And they did restructure his contract. And they gave him a and they did restructure his contract, and they gave him a there's a new contract. They did restructure it, and they gave Amari Cooper, the wide receiver, and he skipped a mandatory minicamp, but he had to be here for the training camp, and they gave him a $20 million salary and gave him a raise, sources said, and it's a 1 year deal, and so we'll see if he's sold the team after this year, or because he could next year he will become an unrestricted free agent, an unrestricted free agent, excuse me. And Nick Chubb and Greg Newsome are among some of Brown's beginning camp on injured list, but can practice once they pass their physicals, and we'll get I know Chubb back later in the season, and Newsome hopefully will get back within after probably the first week or maybe before the first game, and so because Newsome has a football injury with a hamstring issue, and all 7 Browns players on the injury list can be activated during camp once they pass their physicals. Hopefully that will be the case. And Deshaun Watson is throwing, and as you know, this will be his make or break season. And the first preseason game is coming up soon on August 10th, when the Browns will take on the Green Bay Packers at home on August 10th at 4:25 p.m. So, well, that's just. Hold on. Before we do go, I do have one more thing, and that is my collectibles segment. And these are from the 19. I have a lot of complete sets. These are from the 1996 complete set of Topps baseball cards, Topps 96. And there's some commemorative cards that I have. The first one I have, this is a Cal Ripken baseball card when he broke Lou Gehrig's record, and he got 2,131 hits, and that happened on May 30th, 19, 19, 1992 it happened. That's when that happened. I believe he broke it. That's when he broke Cal. It was 1995, excuse me. And he broke Cal Ripken's record, and which he had previously held. He broke Lou Gehrig's record. He held that Lou Gehrig held. He broke it, and so in '96 he had 2,131 runs that year, and this is a commemorative Cal Ripken baseball card with him breaking that record. It shows the record has a complete story on the back, and if you have this from the 90, you have the 96 Topps complete set, and if it is, it's probably worth a lot of money. Check with a collector to see how much. And this one right here is another collectible honoring the late great Mickey Mantle. And this was a collectible in the 1996 Topps complete set. And he had 12 World Series championships with the Yankees and holds the World Series records for home runs with 38 and RBIs with 40. And he was American League All-Star 6 of 18. And he was the most valuable player in 1956, 57, and 62. And he's just one of the all-time great players. And that's what it is. It's honoring Mickey Mantle. And this is also worth a lot of money. Check with your collector. See how much it's worth so you can find out. But this is worth a lot of money. And these both are worth a lot of money. Because in 1996, as you know, was 28 years ago. So these are definitely worth very valuable. And so, and as you can tell, I have them sealed in like they're in like these plastic cases. So it's a good thing to do that. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. And I'll be back with another podcast hopefully this weekend or sometime next week. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.